And for the first time, that Muslim call to prayer was broadcast across New Zealand today, and of course it was followed by 2 minutes silence. New Zealanders of all faiths, races and from all over the country listened to the prayers and paused for silence as the country stood still in unity with the Muslim community. Here's Nita Blake-Person.
It was a scene of unity here in Christchurch with people gathered in Hagley Park, women wearing headscarves as a show of solidarity for their Muslim sisters. A week on from the attack, people are still reflecting on events that have changed not only Christchurch, but New Zealand and the world. How was today's service for you?
It was really touching. It's profound. I'm almost speechless. It was just to know that the Muslim community know how held they are and how there's no separation between them and us. You know, this is a country for all of us, diversity, love and compassion, and it's obviously cut us all just as deep as anyone else.
What was the atmosphere like during that service?
It was heavy, it was really solemn, it was really, you could almost just feel it in the air. All our hearts were in the same space, just very present. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Today for me was pretty special to be here as part of the Ngāi Tahu whānau and support group for the Muslims, and especially to listen to their prayers. It's the first time that I've ever listened to their prayers, which I felt was, as from a minister's perspective of my church, I thought it was pretty deep. I felt their sorrow, felt the hurt, felt the pain.
We don't know anybody here, didn't know of anybody here, but I was sitting back home in Australia, and when I heard the news, the first thing I wanted to do was get here. And it's just unbelievable, some of the stories we've heard, visiting the hospitals.
Would you mind sharing with me maybe one of those stories that you have found to be really inspirational? Or?
I'll give you a little bit of what one brother said to me, and that was, do not let the religion go because of this. Stick together, make it grow even more. Let people see the beautiful side of this religion, not what we've seen. This is a brother that was shot in the head, shot in the back, and this is what he was telling me. And I'm talking to you now, and my hairs on my body is standing. It's just unbelievable.
I don't think it's no shock that Christchurch is quite a racist city, and New Zealand has got a lot of things to answer for in terms of its own racism. So I'm not shocked, but I am deeply disappointed that New Zealand's kind of enabled this, even though the guys from Australia, I think, New Zealand's got a lot of work to do to try and make up for this to the Muslim community.
So why be here today? What's today about for you and in general, do you think?
To support the community. I think it's our duty, especially me as a white person, to show support for a community that's non-white, that has come here to make a home in New Zealand, to show that they're welcome here, that me and my family welcome them here. What I'm hoping is that this kind of rips the band-aid off of New Zealand's underlying racist issues, that everyone's here today to show their support, but hopefully that goes deeper, and where people think about their own actions, making sure they're not enabling these actions on a very basic level, even just enabling racist jokes, that sort of thing. I hope that today is the start of something new for New Zealand.
Why was it important for you to come down here today?
Just to show the Muslim community and the wider community that we're here in full support, and to show the rest of the world that we're all one. I mean, it's important for our presence to be here, not only for the Muslim community, but to show our community that we're strong, we're here, and we stand as one.
And what will you take away from today?
That we're just going to keep becoming stronger and stronger, and any action of hatred in the world just needs to be responded with actions and testaments of love, and that's what's happened. And I hope that we can show the world an example of how to respond to such things by banding together and showing love.
I'm sorry to everyone affected, the whole community, whether they've lost someone or not, that this has happened. It's happened here.
Those are just some of the sentiments shared here today, with an overwhelming sense that those messages of unity and solidarity must carry on into the future.
And Nita Blake-Person is now outside the Deans Avenue Mosque in Hagley Park and joins us now. Nita.
Kia ora, Lisa. Yeah, I'm less than about 100 metres away from the Al Noor Mosque, where it was just a week ago, very, very different scenes. Tonight, it's a pretty pensive kind of atmosphere. A lot of people moving through the park as they head home from work, or they're on bike rides walking the dog, but almost everyone's pausing to reflect as they walk past this area. All the flowers which had been just beyond the cordon down the road here, last night police and volunteers helped move them in front of the Al Noor Mosque, and they now surround about 6 trees out here in Hagley Park out the front. There's still police cordon tape up, and there are still armed officers, and it's still an ongoing situation, but it is understood that the mosque will be handed back to the community tomorrow, not knowing when those first prayers will be in there. But it's not far from here that we had that huge service today.